Hello and welcome back to my channel. Here today I want to talk about a team in a footballing country that a lot of people have forgotten about. Consider this the second part in sort of a very small mini-series, or maybe even a standalone video. If you haven't watched my video on the fall of the Hungarian national team, go check that out. Here I want to talk about the Czech Republic, and I'm just going to jump right in. So, just like Hungary, the Czech Republic, under the name Czechoslovakia, back when the Czech Republic and Slovakia were unified into one country, also finished in the World Cup runners-up spots twice. And this happened in 1934 in the second World Cup against host nation Italy in the final, and it happened again in 1962 when Pele's Brazil became the first ever champions to win back-to-back World Cup titles in Chile, which is where the World Cup was hosted that year. Czechoslovakia, for the most part of the 20th century and into the 21st century, remained a very relevant, at times top tier, at times second tier side, both in Europe and in the world, being genuine contenders to go far in tournaments. There may be a semifinals appearance sprinkled in somewhere as well in the World Cup for them. I'm not sure. In 1976, the Czechoslovakia won its first and only major men's international tournament when they won the 1976 UEFA European Championship, defeating the defending champions Germany in the final on penalties, and that final is known for the birth of the famous Panenka penalty, that sort of chip shot penalty. Very risky, can go disastrously wrong, but can be executed brilliantly at times as well. That was made by Antonin Panenka, hence the name Panenka penalty. From then on, from after the 60s and the 70s, the Czech Republic mostly remained a powerhouse and a force to be reckoned with, particularly and especially in European football. But it wasn't until the mid to late 90s where the Czech Republic started to gain traction again and return to the same status they had back into the 60s and 70s, and even before that, the 30s and 40s and 50s. And this was, most would say, around 1995 or 1996, when the new Czech golden generation, at this point the Czech Republic being an independent country broken off from Slovakia, and from 96, 95, 96 until 2006, so fairly recently, the Czech Republic was arguably one of the best national teams in the world and could have won a major international trophy. They put on a stellar performance in the 1996 Euros. I believe they made it to the final, where they lost to Germany. That summer was the 20th year anniversary of the 1976 victory. They made it to the semifinals of Euro 2004, a tournament where, arguably, when it went down to the Final Four, they were the best team, and they should have probably won that tournament, if not for Greece going on a mesmerizing underdog run to the title. They should have at least gotten to the final to play host nation Portugal. And I think they could have easily won that game as well. Well, not easily, but I think they could have won that game as well. The Czech Republic team of the 2006 World Cup entered that year's tournament that summer ranked as the second best team in the world, either second or third, and were many people's dark horse pick to go on to get to a semifinal even. But the dying embers of a golden generation went out with a whimper when they were surprisingly eliminated early on in the group stages, in a group along with the eventual world champions Italy. And I want to make this video a tribute to the Czech Republic team, both of the 30s and 40s and 50s, and even the 60s and the 70s, but especially the Czech golden generation from 95 to 2006. If you guys aren't familiar with this Czech golden generation, I think you really missed out on seeing some superb football talent. Go look up guys. This team was stacked. Petr Cech, they had Poborsky, Galasek, Pavel Nedvěd, Baroš, Rosicky, Kovacs, Blazek, Ushvalusi, Lokvench, Jan Koller, Stanner. This team really sold themselves short, and I think this team is the most underwhelming of any golden generation so far in the 2000s, in the 21st century. I really think this team could have won a trophy, whether it be a Euro. I think they could have been a World Cup contender back in 06, personally. It's just a shame they never went there. And one of the reasons I'm making this video is because now the Czech Republic has failed to qualify for its third consecutive World Cup. 2010, 2014, and 2018, the Czech Republic, right now arguably in its worst shape ever. They, with 2 match days remaining in European World Cup qualifying for 2018 Russia, they're already eliminated in a group containing Northern Ireland, Norway, Azerbaijan, San Marino, and defending world champions Germany. I thought this group was going to be much more competitive. I thought it would be a race for second place between Northern Ireland, Czech Republic, and Norway, maybe even Azerbaijan as well. But this group is pretty much under wraps already, and the Czech Republic are staring down the barrel. They just do not look very good at all. They don't have any teeth up front. They lack a lot of goal-scoring prowess. Their coach said as much when he said that they are having trouble scoring goals, and they're already eliminated. I don't think I remember a Czech team being already eliminated just after 7 or 8 games of World Cup qualifying. So it is really sad to see that this Eastern European, this really world contender has fallen so far off the ladder. They're not even any longer a second-tier side. They're arguably a third-tier European side, bordering on fourth-tier European side. And it's really unfortunate to see. And as far as recent history is concerned, I consider it to be sadder and more unfortunate than the Hungarian collapse, because at least the Hungarian glory days were more so way back then in the 50s. But for a country as small as the Czech Republic to produce as much talent as they do for the last 60 to 70 years, to just dissipate in the last 10 years and just become almost irrelevant, it's just really unfortunate to see. And I'd like to see the Czech Republic make a comeback someday. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment below, like, subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, have a good day. Much love and peace out.